Hey everyone, this is John. Let's take a look at the markets today. Kind of an interesting Monday. I actually didn't trade much today. I did a couple of scalps. I'll show you what I did here in a second. Well, let's do that. This will be the free video. That makes that easy. We'll go back and look at the weekly video here and the daily video on the premium. And so I think I've told you guys this before. Is Mondays I just don't trade that much on Mondays for day trade and stuff like that. But I was watching this as I came into the office, just kind of watching the sell off. There was a squeeze that fired off, and then what happened here? When we started to lose momentum, I started to kind of nibble on the long side here. Now we immediately started coming down, and I talked about, like in my cash flow accounts, where on something like this, I'll nibble in, risk 6 point, hard stop. Then we came down. You could see that the momentum then started to shift again, so kind of added a little bit to it here, moved my stop down to the lows there, and then caught a nice move. We got up to 141, 42. You know, it ended up being about 3 or 4 points, and then I was done. And then I decided, as I was watching this, that I really just wanted to wait for the market to close and see where we were kind of at the end of the day, and thought, there's probably not going to be much happening at the end of the end of the day either. And went off site and had a meeting from 2 to 3, and then that was probably one of the more expensive meetings I had, because this is actually, not only did you get a squeeze, but the ticker readings were great, and you had this amazing rally to the close, which I totally missed. And that's just kind of an opportunity cost when you leave the markets. So that was a little unfortunate, a little painful. But it does bring up a couple of things. Of course, on the daily charts that we're going to take a look at too. But it also helps on something like this, just kind of being aware of, being on the forefront of news and stuff like that as well. So I was going to show you this really exciting banner I just put together. This is for a free webinar that we're doing tomorrow night. So it's an institutional live trading room. This is something that I've been in about the last 3 months or so, and I was invited by some guys that I know that run a hedge fund. And I really liked it. They don't open it up to the public, but I just told them, I said, hey, if you guys want some more retail people in here that kind of give their opinions and stuff like that, we've got a really good, solid group of people. So what these guys are going to do is they're going to do a free webinar tomorrow night. And there'll be a sign up here with details and stuff like that. But it'll be a free webinar. I believe it's at 7 p.m. Central Time, so 8 o'clock Eastern. I think that's a real good marker there. And the guy's name is Jamie, and he's one of the institutional traders, and they sit there, and it's a text-based chat room that focuses on stocks and news. And what will happen is the news will hit their room before it hits the wires. And what they do is they do focus on day trading, things like, like Microsoft or Netflix or whatever. So they are more of a stock and option-based room, and they are more of a news-based room, but they have some pretty intelligent conversations going through the day. And it's not voice, it's more text. And then anytime there's like a trade, they'll do an alert or something like that. And so they're just going to do a free webinar. It's about an hour that just talks about how they use it. And then if you guys are interested in it, they're going to give like a free 2-week trial if you want to check out the room. But it's kind of interesting because it's a little different perspective, because it is from an institutional and hedge fund perspective of what they're doing. And I just thought it was pretty interesting. So again, that'll be tomorrow night, Tuesday, at 7 p.m. Central, and then there'll be a sign-up link, and you guys can check it out, all right? So I think it's worthwhile. I like to listen to it throughout the day. I know one particular thing that I'd use this on RIM is here. I was in the room, and they just kept talking about, like, oh, yeah, word on the desk, institutional desk, because these guys are dumping RIM. They've got an announcement coming out. And it was great because they were right there on the order flow, what was going on. And so I bought some puts on RIM, and then, bam, it was like, wow, I got paid. So that's a trade that I wouldn't have made, had they not been talking about it in the room. So different things like that, and I think it's something that's worth checking out. I've also just done a little bit for market direction. So if you're just, if you are doing like just S&P futures or Russell futures, it's not really what they focus on. It's probably not for you. But if you do like to watch like some various stocks and then do stock option trades on that, there is some potential there. But they do also talk about market direction and stuff like that too. And they do a lot of focus on big stocks. So I think it's worthwhile, be worth a shot. And again, free webinar, which will roll in kind of to a free trial to the room, and you guys can check it out. All right. You guys have a good evening, good trading, and we'll see you at the next update.